I feel it was created by lazy people. Nothing is original in English. If you think I'm lying, there's what they call etymology. Etymology means that diaspora is gotten from the Greek word diasperen, meaning to scatter. We all did biology. 2 Greek words, bios and logos. Sometimes they even lack creativity. They will just take the word like that without changing anything. Sine qua non. Latin. Rendezvous. They just have a nonchalant attitude. Nonchalant is not even English. It's annoying. Did you know that the word salary is from the Latin word salarium, which means salt? Like everything you work for 30 days is salt. Is that not an insult? Does it make sense?
One more for the road, one more for the road, one more for the road, one more for the road. This is when I saw that I really liked.
For example, R. Kelly. R. Kelly was molested as a kid. But we should have known. R. Kelly was using style to tell us. We didn't just pay attention. He was saying it in his songs. Now, I am a lion. This guy is a predator. He was telling us. He's a predator. We should have paid attention. Stand up tall. Like he was talking to kids. Oh, we should have paid attention. One of the major ways I knew that R. Kelly was going to, like, we should have suspected that he liked underage girls. You know, he was always playing the piano. And every time he was playing the piano, he was always playing on minors. I was afraid. I thought that joke would fall flat.
That's a double entendre, bro. That's a double entendre right there.
Now he's trapped in a closet.
But he shut down.
That's how you start the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is the Backyard Bands Comedy Podcast, the #1 comedy podcast. I said every time I come on the microphone, my chest, ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name Mr. Dre, and I am forever your humble and gracious. I am in the building with my nearest and dearest and a special neighbor.
Yeah.
Five minutes to talk to him.
Signing in is your man, Imina, aka Daffy Eagle, aka Triple E, the Patrician Eagle, your favorite uncle, your favorite godfather. You know what? It's popping.
Pop.
Let's get it popping.
The final will be a deadly day.
Don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 143. 143. If you're just joining us, if you're new here, the catalog is heavy and it's popping. So go check it out.
Catch up.
Yeah, man, we are back. And we are joined by a legend.
Yes.
A legend. I'm not going to waste too much time introducing this gentleman. I've had the pleasure of being in his space, and he's allowed me to, just hang around him and learn and be in his own essence. And so this gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, has not one, not two, but 3 specials so far. One is on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'll let him say the name so that you guys can check it out. As you guys see, the first clip I played, they said English is not.
Yeah,
it's not for everybody. But this gentleman, again, like I said, he has not 1, not 2, but 3 specials. He just premiered his latest special in Canada, in Toronto, at TIFF.
I've seen.
And ladies and gentlemen, I love his body of work. I love his style. Very different, very unique. He's definitely someone that's pushing the envelope in the comedy scene at home and internationally. He's been doing shows, been killing it, shutting it down. He came through headliner. That's just headliner status from the jump. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a legend, an icon, someone who's just doing the damn work. Please show some love, make some noise, give it up for the one they call SLK.
Woo! You get that clappy. Oh, you don't get that one that say hi.
No, I don't have it.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Dre. I wish I had like a way to introduce myself. The way you guys were, Mr. Dre, Mr. I went on a long run. My name is S to the L to the K. You know what it is? AKA Young Legend, AKA Bodawashi, AKA Omoribi Costa, the another bastard.
Don't know. He said he wish he had. Nah, I wish he nigga would, bro. He had it in the arsenal, bro.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you coming out, taking out the time to come and kick with us, man.
Nah, it's a pleasure.
Your schedule just went from doing nothing to now, like...
Right. I'm like, booked and busy in Canada. I should come back, actually.
Nah, man, but how's it been so far, man, being here?
It's been cold. And you guys say this is your hottest.
You say it's been cold.
I swear.
How long have you been? How long?
A month?
A month.
About roughly, let's say 3 weeks.
And it's been cold.
What you guys call hot is... This is cold, man. Especially at night. I wonder what you guys... We went for Kevin Hart's show.
Yeah.
Bro. As in, I could
It
not...
was outdoor theater, though.
Yeah, it was,
That's
it
why
was
I
a
didn't go.
stadium.
I was like...
Bro, like... Where I was, I could not eat. I could not move. Like I was shaking, and I saw one guy with open shirt. Shirt, man. Like shirt, man. What the hell, man?
That's crazy.
Nah.
But besides the cold,
No, besides the cold, it's been a great experience learning and soaking in Canada. I knew that if I was going to perform in Canada, I needed like a few weeks or days to just soak in the, because I'm an observational comic mostly.
Right.
And so I knew that I would need to get into spaces. And I did that. I visited friends. I attended TINF. I was always going myself. I went on the train and all of that. I mean, so it's an organized city compared. I think anyway it's organized compared to where I'm coming from.
Yeah. Facts.
I never had to speak to the Uber on the phone. Not once. That's different from where I'm from. Where I'm from, you have a rapport
with the Uber
driver before it comes.
Yeah.
You are trying to whine him.
Wow. You're still going to come and pick me, right?
He's going to ask you, where are you going to? And God help you say something like Egbeda. You don't know where Egbeda is. But from the name, it sounds far. It sounds like somewhere
It sounds like they can take your car.
Exactly. So you just hear the Uber guy. Cancel. I'm not going to cancel it.
It's not worth.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Not worth the hassle. What's been your biggest culture shock? You would say
from the get go, it was the toilet versus washroom. Who says washroom?
Who says washroom?
Who says toilet?
Baba, toilet is the English word. Which one is washroom?
What do you say? Wait, what do you say?
Toilet, bro.
You said toilet.
You said toilet.
Yeah, but I had to adjust to washroom.
Washroom. What? Why? Why? Okay, what's the reason? What's the reason?
That's how it said.
The switch is up. To switch something on is up. To lock the door is the why.
Yeah.
What's the rebellion for?
To stand out.
It's just rebellion.
They don't want to follow norms.
just hate the British.
Yeah. It literally is the opposite of British.
Yes, now.
If they want
this is where you drive, this is where I drive. If
they want to say you say you want to take somebody to an event, they say, I'm going to bring you with me, instead of I'm going to take you with me. They can say, I'll bring you to my show. I'm like, why they bring I'm the item? Yeah, they are literally the opposite.
But is there a rivalry between America and Canada, or is it just like a friendly?
It's a friendly rivalry.
I see America like the elder brother of Canada. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And but Canada hate their gods though.
Hey, I knew it had to be like Nigeria and Ghana.
They do.
I knew it had to be like Nigeria and Ghana.
It's like Nigeria, Ghana.
Are you serious?
It's more civilized.
Yeah, more civilized.
When Ghana knocked us out of the qualifiers for World Cup, there was fight in the stadium.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, they fought. They scattered the place, man.
That's crazy. Where was the match actually?
In Nigeria.
That's tough.
Can't let them go home.
Yeah, Nigerian tough. That's
Nigerian tough.
So let's
This guy might be the king of puns, bro.
Guy, he did those. The bit I was trying to find was about Damask. How do we go from Wayne mask And the punchline of the joke was Damascus.
you know they say when you say Damascus, now Damascus are they go. Yeah. When you say now they punch.
So
that.
like,
Thanks.
what would you describe? I don't know if there's a word to describe that type of comedy because not a lot of people do it.
So here's the thing, The thing about comedy is stand-up comedy. Is what you're doing is you're employing every literary device in your arsenal.
Yes.
To make people laugh.
Yes.
If you think of any joke, I can tell you the literary device, the figure of speech employed in that. That's just how it is. And it so turns out that porn wordplay is one of the. There are innuendos.
Right.
You know what innuendos are. Sinedoshe.
Thank God we don't have Nazar here.
Sinecdo. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mectonomy, all this stuff. Like different things. You will see antithesis as well. So it just so happens that people are more excited or sometimes about the wordplays. Some of my, like now in the one I just premiered.
Yeah.
Probably about only 2 or 3 wordplays in there.
Yeah, it was not a lot because of how the special was
because of how the special was designed, and also I employed other things.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
There's one they call paraprosdokian. Huh? Paraprosdokian.
What's that?
Wait, I say I'm on it.
You did Google them.
I see the anesthesis.
Okay. He said who they do operation? Who did this?
Antithesis.
No, Google the I hope I get the pronunciation
So
right.
that means you actually study the craft.
Paraprosdokian.
There's S somewhere.
Yeah, now those parapros. Yeah.
Don't try me now.
Yeah, you see I'm now.
English.
It's a figure of speech in which
Lord Lugard.
Read it out, please.
Is a figure of speech in which the latter part of a sentence or phrase or a larger discourse is surprisingly unexpected. You know,
Misdirection, basically.
So why did
but why they not say misdirection?
Baba, if I talk misdirection, I respect me.
Facts.
This respect what you give me now. If I talk misdirection, you know, for not respect me now.
He misdirect me to collect respect. No, but like you're really good at it, and it shows that you study the thing.
Did I? I guess so. I mean, I dropped out of school, so I probably why.
Wait.
Because
is that probably why? So you dropped out of school, but you now went to study. You went to become.
I went into school for something else. I came out with something else.
What university did you go to?
Misdirection.
I misdirect my life. I misdirect my education.
That's crazy. No, because like there's a difference between doing jokes and be funny, than actually knowing these are the devices that you're using to be funny.
So this is the analogy I like to use when I talk about this.
Right.
The first time I heard about Bernoulli's theorem, it's a theorem in physics. It's a theorem in physics.
You go Google, your battery will die. Your Google ask you
fighting for my life, bro.
Your Google will say, are you in school?
Dre, don't they convince me? I never forget this thing. They don't get it.
I don't think it's necessary, but it's a phenomenon or something in motion. I don't even know what it is anymore. But when I heard of it was when I was checking stuff, and it was actually they were calculating how Beckham takes his free kicks.
Oh,
yeah, the impact, the angle of his legs, and the angle his leg takes.
Is that not physics?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's physics now, and how it helps the ball curve, and the motion and all the projectile.
Right.
Guess what? Beckham has no idea
what he's doing.
So all these things are just nomenclature. They help. But I presume that if Beckham calculates and knows the science, he will probably be able to replicate it more often. That's the advantage of knowing.
Fact.
So a lot of times we just do it because we're gifted. But if you know,
we're not even 20 minutes in and there's already giants.
But if you know how it works, you replicate it at will.
Yes.
That's just the difference. So most people are naturals, and I'm natural. I've been doing this since, but getting to know the working behind it, kind of like helps you able to not just make it more I mean, stand-up comedians or comedians generally still believe is still there's a form of what's that word now? There's a form of chance to making people laugh. Like they don't know how to explain it, but to a large extent, there are some explanations to some of these things.
Gotcha.
I call you an intellectual comic.
That sounds scary. I don't know.
Hey, at this point, how you gonna respect me?
Love it. All right, so let's talk about you came to Toronto to premiere your special, the Just In Case Child.
Yeah.
Big congratulations.
Thank you.
2 showings. Amazing.
We won an award for it, by the way.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And please remind us what the award again is.
Best comedy film.
That's it.
Blown out the park, bro. Just a year after the Netflix premiere. It's crazy.
I watched it and without getting into the details, like, how did you know it was still going to be funny after you told us like when you got to like the climax?
I guess it's just first of all, the thing about comedy is sorry, there's so much. Yeah, the thing about this thing is, have you ever had like one of the worst experiences of your life at the time? And maybe, don't let me exaggerate, not the worst experience, but you had a bad experience, an accident or a robbery or something. Terrifying at the time. Now you're narrating it to your guy and you guys are laughing.
Yeah.
And then you say this thing like, oh bro, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Do you get? That's exactly how some of these things were. I mean, at the moment, in the thick of it, of course I wasn't thinking of jokes when it happened.
Right.
But eventually, thinking about it, because this thing is in your mind, and you begin to, I mean, most of what I said, the special was like 95% true.
Yeah.
There were 5% elements that were fictionalized and all of that for comic effect. But I mean, just narrating it, you just discover that there's a way your storytelling skill, 2 people can experience the same thing. But how this guy will gist it, you would have been like, oh yeah, it's true. I didn't think of it that way. The elements is going to employ, the figures of speech, how he's going to narrate it, where it's going to, the angle is going to come from will now make it funny. And I think I just had to trust my funny.
Right.
Yeah, I just had to trust my funny with that.
So I want to praise your work ethic first of all, because when did you drop the one before this one, Teetotaler?
It dropped last year.
Last year.
Although we shot it 2 years ago.
Okay, we dropped
November.
Yeah. But so this one that you just premiered, when did you?
March.
This year.
Yeah.
And you're already planning to record your 4th one.
Yeah, my 4th one next month.
Oh,
for real? Yeah.
God
So it's like, what has been that writing process between this one that just came out and the one that you're about to record?
Honestly, yeah. So after Teetotaler, I started writing the next one, which is called It's Payback.
Okay.
So of course, the incident that happened that prompted the Just In Case Child happened November.
Right.
When we were like 80% done with It's Payback.
It's Payback. Okay.
And so it was like an interruption.
Okay.
So the It's Payback was going to happen anyways.
Gotcha.
And so we just had to do that and then push on It's Payback.
Gotcha.
So for you guys that do not hear, Teetotaler is the one on Netflix.
Teetotaler.
Please tell us.
Go and stream it.
You know what?
I found out what it was today.
It's very simple. If you just go on Netflix, anywhere in the world, and search for SLK,
talk your shit.
I'll pop up.
Talk your shit, because
That's
we're talking about like Netflix Nigeria, or that's only in Nigeria. That kind of your show is on Amazon Nigeria,
anywhere in the world.
Don't know that you need VPN.
So it's Teetotaler, TEETOTALER.
So why did you choose that name though?
Weird though, but it's one of my favorite words. It's like my favorite word.
You like trouble?
I don't even
You like
know.
stressing people?
You know, I was thinking about it today that maybe I should have chosen another name.
Yeah, no, you should.
And the only other name, do you know the only other option that I could have? Because at the time we were trying to toy with other names, but because Teetotaler had a strong impact on the special itself in terms of the mention. It was mentioned.
Right. Number of times. Yes.
If you watch it, you'll get what I'm saying. That was why we stuck with Teetotaler.
Right.
I wanted to call it Surviving SLK.
I see.
I think people will watch it.
No. Surviving SLK is still like, but Teetotaler kind of It
Oh,
sparks,
it's one of those things that
sparks interest.
you believe that's going to do the job it needs to do. You just have to be patient.
Facts.
Patient and see it grow. But anybody that knows SLK and has seen you perform a few times will be like, yeah, that's SLK.
Sure.
Just based on how he does his jokes and everything. You're like, that's SLK.
I try.
But like, yeah, man, congratulations on all of that. You guys, please go stream it so that they can renew the deal, so that the check can come back again. Come back
Yeah,
around.
you know, so that we can get another one in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
More.
Yeah. Do you think that, because you do comedy differently, a lot of people look up to you? Because like I again, just watching your stuff online, because I don't know, I'm not in Nigeria with you, but like I see a lot of I don't want to say the young ones now, the guys, the Kolami Days, the Ibu Bays, those ones, they are more like, okay, tagging with you. Is there a reason why?
So two things. First of all, of course, if you're going to be yourself, you're going to be unique.
Right.
Nobody was created. No two people were created the same.
Right.
And so when people ask me how can I be unique, I just try to tell them just be yourself. Once you can find yourself, you're good. I feel I have a comedy club. I run a comedy club in Lagos, a weekly comedy
club.
club.
We're gonna get into, but
which provides a platform for comedians.
Right.
And we see week in, week out.
Right.
So that provides an avenue for mentorship or whatever it is.
But you have to be willing to do that though.
I mean, I don't like the nomenclature. I don't like the word mentor.
Yeah, I get it.
So I mean, stand-up comedy is DIY.
Yeah.
If you're going to learn, you're going to do. You like the result is right there on stage.
Right.
Even I learn just by practice.
Yeah.
So everybody, once you have a platform where you can practice week in, week out, you're gonna get good. There's so many people that Ose, Momo right now that when they started out, their first performance. In fact, a lot of people actually started on my platform.
Right.
Yeah.
And just they had terrible performance first. They came back again. They came back again. They came back again. They came back again. And they got better. So it's a matter of just this is the platform. Just do it. Play. If by any chance I have any tag to your joke or advice, I drop and I try to not give instructions. I try to give advice because I'm not your dad. I don't even think when you're past 18 anybody can give you instructions.
Right.
So that's another mistake I noticed from some OGs. They tell you to do something. And
they expect you to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're forgetting that stand-up is an individualistic art.
Yeah.
So it's an art.
Yeah.
It has to make sense to you. If it doesn't make sense, so I try my best to learn from that, from the past experience I've had with OGs and all of that, and just go like, I mean, I think this will work, but I mean, if you don't see it that way, it's fine.
Yeah.
You can still come next week. I'm not now giving you attitude because you didn't take my advice. Who am I? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I try not to touch anybody's creative. So I guess you know how recently Mikel interviewed Ancelotti and he was asking for. You don't watch football?
I don't watch football. No.
What size of
bra? I know Mikel.
What size of bra do you wear?
No, my argument is
don't watch his podcast.
My argument is that I don't have the energy to wake up at 5 a.m. watch my team watch my team lose and be distraught the entire day.
Well, fair enough.
Like this guy.
But I'm trying to say that Ancelotti. Do you watch football? Yeah. Ancelotti was saying
Chelsea fan, by the way.
Calm down.
I'm a Chelsea fan now, so that works.
Yeah, that works. Hey, see that where the nomenclature.
Accept my condolence. So,
me and you, same to you.
So Ancelotti, they were asking Ancelotti where he's going to fix Mbappe, who they just signed, and he was saying stuff about some. They will just play. He says sometimes he plays Vini, and he finds Vini on the left, and he finds Vini on the right. You know, so what we deduced from that is that Ancelotti gives them freedom.
Yeah,
and I think that's what makes, because I don't really have rules for the comedians. Do whatever you think is funny. We always brag. No, don't worry. Let me say this. If I say this now, this guy will come for me.
No. You have to say. See, let me tell you. The first 15 minutes I've destroyed all the English I learned in 142 episodes. So it's all right. Let's go. You cannot take it back now. You cannot take it back.
No, but
now.
yeah, we always so we always humorously say, obviously. I always humorously say it on stage that way because I know it to get people like I'll say we're the bastion of the avant-garde, which means the avant-garde is like
It's art and
The Avengers of comedy. no?
experimental art and all of that. So this is where you should just experiment.
Yeah.
And they like the fact that they can explore. We've trained the audience in such a way that they don't boo them.
Yeah.
They listen.
Yeah.
And so you come, you try. It doesn't work, you come again.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
How long have you been running your JJC club?
2 years.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, thank
2
you.
years.
What's that?
And thank you too for your service because like you're putting on for the community.
We thank
Like
God.
that's
Thank God. We
amazing.
thank God.
So what's it been like running a comedy club in Nigeria?
A lot of education. You know, I still dream of getting a space of hours where we would run comedy club multiple times in a week. But for now, we partnered with Johnny Rockets we use their space. They have a nice space, pretty cool space, although open air, which I was reluctant at first.
Yeah.
But when they agreed to meet my demands, and they've been super supportive, to be honest. So we started it, and what it takes is basically patience, education, and preparation. Actually, because when I started, I used to do crowd work for like 2 hours. Yeah. So here's the thing: there's a culture in Nigeria where it's called African time. So if I say the show starts 6:30, people will not come until like 8 if you leave them. So what I do is 6:30 I'm on stage,
Right.
even if it's just one person,
One person, yeah.
and I'm doing crowd work to one person, and one becomes two, and one. So people now discovered that I was serious about it, and they will start coming early.
Yeah.
And so I would do from like 6:30 to like 8:30. And because I don't want to call comedians to perform for empty seats.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they did that to me
Yeah.
when I started. I knew how annoying it was.
Yeah.
And so I would be on stage alone doing crowd work for like 2 hours. Then I'll now call. Although in between testing jokes and all of that.
Yeah.
So it was a situation where preparation had to meet that. I had to be prepared for it.
Right.
So it's helped my art. It helped me get better with crowd work. It helped me get more jokes.
That's true. Wow.
And then also educating the audience. People, the idea of proper stand-up. There was a lull with the Nigerian comedy scene, stand-up comedy scene in from like maybe 2010-ish, 11 to like now, because people left the art form itself and focused on every other thing. Glamour. So our shows, we were doing shows, but they were like parties.
Fair.
And so this is a renaissance, and we had to now teach people. We had to start teaching people how to behave in presence of stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
You know, how to pay attention.
Right.
Don't boo. Don't heckle unnecessarily. You know, have fun.
Don't be
no
going
side
around
talks.
grabbing drinks and
Do you
food
get? Do you
while
get? Do you
show's
get?
on.
Do you get? Exactly. So I mean, they're learning, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah. Wow.
Your next special. Is there anything you can tell us about it?
It's Payback. It's Payback. It's Payback. It's going to be definitely my most audacious special. I told my team that they should brace up for some backlash. You know, it's going to be very edgy. It's going to be a bit edgy.
I mean, your stuff is edgy. mostly.
Yeah, so I feel like the glory of stand-up is felt in topics that you should not joke about.
You should not joke about.
Yeah.
Do you get some of that's where the gold is. That's where stand-up comedy gold is.
If you can make it happen.
If you can make it happen.
If you can, I think it was Dave Chappelle that said, if it's going to be edgy, then it has to be good.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if you want safe comedy, if you want safe jokes, just go to internet, Google why did chicken cross the road or something like that. And even animal rights activists will come for you for that joke. True. So there's really no safe space.
Seriously, yeah.
Exactly. There's really no safe space, so we might as well. I'm just saying that if you're looking for I mean, that's different between anecdotes or just funny bits, silly stories, and stand up. Stand up, you're like a preacher. You're like a preacher. You can't really tell your preacher what to tell you. You get, so you feel inspired to. There are four or five ways to do it. You can totally imagine stuff on stage, and it's just a creative story. Like it never happened. It's just you being creative and you personalizing it. Or you tell the truth, what you really think is what I think about marriage.
Right.
Do you understand? Or you play the devil's advocate.
Yep.
I mean, Chris Rock does that, you know. I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand. You know? Or you do a mixture of everything.
Right.
And just, so in the end, you can't really police what people think. The fact that, so why I say this is, there's some things I would say that might seem like that's my opinion, but that's not.
That's not, no.
That's just me playing the devil's advocate. Or me, the fourth one is just you saying the funny side. You seeing the funny side of a serious situation.
Yes.
Not necessarily what you believe. If you want to know what I think, interview me.
Yeah, interview. Yeah, exactly.
Don't look at my special because I'm just so for example, you know Style Plus,
Yeah.
The fact that Style Plus said 4 years don't work out, we still the carry go, which was true.
Yeah.
Does not mean there was one Iya Basira somewhere that jazzed them.
Yeah.
Or does not mean there was an Olufumi somewhere.
Yeah.
You need to that's why art is not meant for people that are not
Close-minded.
Do you understand? You need to be able to sieve out, okay, this is what it really means. And if you're not sure, you interview him. You get what I'm saying? So his payback is going to actually toe that line. It's like there's a potential to offend people.
Right.
Yeah, but we'll be fine.
That would be your number four. Right. So the first two, where can people find it? And what are the
first one was a live recording. So
TGIF.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm Funny was the first comedy special in Nigeria to show in the cinemas. Yeah, we had a 3-week cinema run.
Congratulations. Wow.
Yeah, in 2019.
Yeah.
We shot it in 2018. It came out 2019. Then it's now on YouTube. Anyways,
Okay.
It's now on YouTube. Thank God I'm Funny. TGIF is the most viewed Nigerian comedy special on YouTube.
Amazing.
If
ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about legendary,
it's not just Teetotaler.
it's not.
Teetotaler was an introductory special for me, and then we dotted our I's, we crossed our T's. Sorry, TGIF. That's what I had.
Then
then we crossed our T's, and then Teetotaler came. And thankfully, it got on Netflix. And so it's currently on Netflix. It's still streaming on Netflix globally. You should check that out. The third one is yet to be released, but it just premiered. It just premiered at TINF, and we won an award for Best Comedy Film. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to TINF. Then the fourth one is on the way. It's Payback.
Gotcha. Do you? So you're gonna do probably a festival run with the one you currently have. And then what are you hoping, if you can share, to do with that?
What we already have, we're in talks with distributors. We're trying to get the best deal possible so that we get on a platform.
That's dope.
Any platform that can give us the reach.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what it is. Netflix, Prime.
I want to give you your flowers on something. I've had an issue, well, not an issue, just a bone to pick with people that sort of like comedians coming to the country, and we preach about this unification and building an ecosystem. And honestly, it's no diss or jab to the comedian. Sometimes it's always like from the promoter's angle because they have their own agenda. But you've come down to, you've left your high horse. Not to say you're on a high horse, but you've left your kingdom to come out and say, you know what, let me hang out, let me meet people, let me know who's doing this. Because how am I going to come back to Nigeria and now say I'm looking for a space to perform, and then I'll be like, but I know SLK. I worked at SLK, I did a show. I've done tours with comedians that don't know I did a tour with them.
Wow.
Yeah. And I guess it's not because of the comedian, it's because
promoter.
didn't create the ecosystem for us to have that communication,
Mate, yeah.
break bread, have a conversation, and let's keep things pushing. You know, it's so now it's like it's hard. It's hard. So I appreciate the fact that you, again, we had the same conversation with Forever. Again, down to earth guy.
Yeah.
We hung out, we broke bread, same thing. Again, same thing. I want to give you a flowers for just being
Thank
able
you
to
very
come
much.
out.
But you'll find that. Thank you very much. You find that most great comics are like that.
I get it.
All over the world.
I get
it. Stand-up comedy is not that art form that should be glamorized.
Yeah.
Where you separate yourself. Maybe music.
Yeah.
Maybe music, you can stay in your. Kevin Hart, one of my favorite interviews ever. Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Heart to Heart.
Heart to heart, yeah.
One of my favorite interviews ever.
Right.
He said something. I think Kevin was talking about something, and I've actually heard Chris Rock say this to Trevor Noah or someone too. You need to live.
Yeah.
So he was saying that he went to Barcelona or something alone. Kevin Hart could not believe he went alone. I can't go alone. He said, "No, bro, you need to live."
Yeah.
The problem with a lot of people, that's why they don't get funny anymore, is that they stop. You get some money and you just detach yourself from reality.
Right.
That's the source.
Right.
That's the source, yeah.
And Chris Rock was saying something about him whenever he was working on his set, on his 1 hour bit, and he goes to the comedy clubs. He carries young, new faces with him. He gives them a sheet of paper, watch my set, whatever you want to add or whatever you feel is not good, let me know after.
Right.
That is how Chris Rock is 58 or 59.
That's crazy.
He had a special on Netflix last year.
Yeah.
Right.
He's on tour maybe soon. Do you understand?
Yeah.
No, they don't go. You can't go out that way.
Right.
Because you are constantly living.
Right.
Jerry Seinfeld is 70, bro.
Yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld is
still
70.
rolling, yeah.
And he's still killing shows even till now. And of course, I mean, Jerry Seinfeld is the richest comedian in the world. As at last check.
Right.
He's the richest comedian in the world. But you see him around everybody he still did Netflix first. Do you understand? Like with John Mulaney and all of these guys. You get what I'm saying? There is stand-up comedy is not that art form where
and that's
where
what
you glamorize.
I'm on the same essence with that. I believe that, and I do get. I do understand that. Again, I don't want to go into names or details, but I've heard stories. You know, the trust, backstabbed. I get it, but. It'll be nice. It'll be nice because that you're able to just go out and do shows. Like, You've been killing it. You've been making a name. Like a lot more non-Nigerian comedians know who you are.
Yes.
Which is good for your brand, in my opinion, anyways. And like, it's just gonna be that camaraderie. Anytime you come back here, you'll always feel like home because anywhere you go to, like it's okay, man. Like we gotta fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So again, thank you for doing that. I know it takes a lot, but thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
So what's it been like performing?
Here?
Yeah.
Well, it's been so I really if you want to prove your mettle as a comedian, because comedy is cultural, socio-cultural, basically. Where comedy gets the short end of the stick is that people can jam to Rema's calm down anywhere in the world without really knowing what he's saying. Or Burna Boy, I need to go and show you. All over the world, they're singing it. As long as the beat is nice, Chris Rock, as long as the beat is right, we'll dance all night. You know? So beat is good, melody is good, flow with it, with the rhythm. We danced Marcos. There was the one song that we now heard that it was a breakup song. It was a heartbreak song. We were dancing to it, sweating. But guess what? You can't laugh the way you don't understand.
Yeah.
If you're going to laugh, it has to be right up your alley.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a different. You're not doing Mr. Bean. You're not doing Charlie Chaplin where you do slapstick. And you're doing stand up. Yeah. And so it means that you have to communicate.
Yeah.
It means that they have to understand you. Yeah. And jokes are cultural. They are cultural in nature. When I say in Nigeria, and it will get laughs.
Yeah. Like, huh?
Like, what does that mean? What's that expression?
Yeah.
Even if I say something like, if I say Paca in America, or in America they call it dustpan or something. Do you understand? If I say Paca, they are wondering. That's how intricate it can get. Do you understand? So you have to be very meticulous. You have to be very careful.
Yeah.
He's in the details.
Yeah.
Do you get? So, and I had to structure my set in that way.
Right.
So where I would have said oh, this, I would have used one word or used another word. I have to now look for what obtains here. Do you understand?
Right.
I needed to learn, and I needed to calm down to their alley so that I can make them laugh. That's what. And so far, it went really well. It went really well. One of the major differences is that they have a culture here already in terms of stand-up comedy, trying to learn. People come to the comedy club to watch you.
Yeah.
Yes.
To watch comedians.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they know they have to keep quiet. They know they have to listen. They know they have to applaud the act.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have to do the job of listen or try to get their attention. I got their attention, and I've performed twice, and it's been good.
You
Good
have,
laughs.
you have what, 2 more shows, I think.
Yeah, I have 2 more shows.
So yeah, and we're gonna see you tomorrow. We're doing the same show tomorrow, so that's gonna be funny. He's headlining that same show as well, so it's gonna be fun, man. Now, I definitely resonate with you, man, because I know when I do Nigerian shows, you'll hear midway like, this is the time you guys will clap. When somebody does great thing, you guys will clap. That's
It's the culture that needs to be built. And I don't blame them. We left the art, bro. We left the art. They're doing parties. Instead, you go to a comedy show that Tiwa Savage is headlining. Can you beat that? So people are coming to see a lot of things and Tiwa Savage.
Right.
And they will just laugh in it. So it feels like people came to comedy club just to have a few laughs and dance.
Right.
Meanwhile, so there was no structure to it in terms of how the show should be. So people got used to that. So that's why people will come to a comedy show and be greeting, making loud noises. In fact, they used to, I think they've stopped it now. A TV station will come and be interviewing people. Comedy is going on.
Comedy is going on.
Interviewing people downstage.
No,
so what do you think about what's going on?
That's diabolical.
Acapella is performing at the moment and it's really hot. Yeah, we have loads of comedians coming. Lights.
It's just right there.
So that one is happening there. I've been to a comedy show before. Bro. They were selling Ofada. The Ofada guy had a bicycle, bro. Bicycle. I'm not joking. I wish I was exaggerating.
He's moving around the venue.
There was one time someone was performing on stage in one comedy show. We had the Eco Hotel staff, waiters, all came to serve at once. Like, all came with us. The only thing they didn't play was Dorime. So there is no theater on earth where the entrance is in front. Why should your entrance be in front, bro? Why? When you want to do a comedy show, your job is to eliminate every form of distraction.
Right.
That's why the lights are dim. So people cannot even see each other to greet.
Yeah.
And then the focus is on stage. Everything is psychological. I went for Kevin Hart's show. We had to put our phones in a pouch.
Yeah.
What that does is that the distraction of phone is not there, apart from the fact that they don't want you to record.
Yeah.
But you
have no choice
forced
but to
to
focus.
concentrate.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I start telling you, put your phones down. At the screening, there was one girl at the back. She was playing game, bro. Now, it will have been a
Do
different
you
thing.
remember that guy that was just shaking everybody? I was just
No, at the screening, one girl was playing game. Now, it's a different thing if the special was not nice.
yeah.
Every time, every few minutes, she will pause the game and laugh and then go back. In her mind now, she's multitasking.
multitasking.
But no, bro.
taken away from the experience.
Yeah, you're going to forget some callbacks. You're going to miss out some things. So
Nah, man. No, I get it, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Your Dre mentioned it when he said your specials.
Yes, boss.
You're literally hitting every bam, 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 bam. Right? Like, so what is it like for you? Because those are materials that are not replicated, right?
True.
Those are unique materials.
Yes, boss.
And on top of that, you have to either go on tour, do shows, run your comedy club and all that. And these materials don't mix. How much arsenal do you have? And how do
Enough
you,
to
how
win
do
the
you
league.
keep He's touching every aspect. No Diddy. Bro, that's crazy. Because like, and how consistent do you write?
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about the special culture.
Right.
The culture of specials, where you tour with your jokes. The jokes are like singles.
Right.
You tour with the jokes, then you put them in an album, which is your special.
Right.
And then you start again.
Yeah.
Okay.
You take it easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Now, I write jokes almost every day. but not like I write.
Yeah.
My daily experiences, jokes come to me.
Yeah.
And I document them somehow, make mental notes. You know when you say write, someone said, which I think is true by the way, Burna Boy never writes. So when they say written by Burna Boy, they mean he created it. So it's not like he wrote physical pen and paper. The boy went and he said, So that's exactly how it works for me. But when I'm about to do my special, I write the sequence.
Yes.
Like my father taught me. I write the sequence. He taught me this in secondary school. He didn't know I was going to use it for. If he knew, he would have let me feel but he didn't know. So I have trees where I just you know how specials work. It has to follow a certain theme. Although,
right.
I mean, I got better at it. So instead of just packing jokes together, that's for this. So I look for the jokes that follow the theme, and as I create, I get better at creating. I have a comedy club where I can dump my creations, and they get, this works, this doesn't work, you know. And that's the joke process. It's ongoing. It's like 24 hours. I mean, I'm coming here now. I'm here now. I wrote some jokes in this country, which will work over there as well. And who knows? They'll be part of a special, maybe.
Right. That's amazing, because like you said, I applaud the work ethic, because it's something that you have to keep going. The cycle continues for you basically, and that's amazing.
I mean, so when you're structuring your set, you want the element, and this is the advantage that I told you of, where you know the literary devices. And so if you say, there's sometimes I'm looking at this set and I'm like, if I can just put something here. I need something here
that will tie
all of this together.
All of it.
And again, when I'm arranging the set, I can arrange the set in such a way that I give it space a bit, so that I can bring this thing back, and it has a better effect. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
I do something for a brand in Nigeria every week. I've been doing it. We're about to do the last one. We've been doing it for 12 weeks.
By the way, I was going to get into that next.
which requires me writing. Is usually 2 minutes long, but it's like satire. You know, we just lampoon the government and some of the things that lampoon is not a big word. Lampoon is not a big word. I won't take that.
You better take it, because I like to simplify my life.
Anyways,
you know, it's funny because in the one you premiered at 10th, you said a word poignant, and I'm still.
That one I know it.
It's still stuck with me.
I know that one.
So you know poignant, you don't know lampoon. You know poignant, you don't know lampoon.
Because I do chemistry. In fact, from secondary school, I know that one.
No, that's pungent.
That's pungent. No, I also know poignant.
What's poignant?
Leave it.
Chemistry, pungent.
Chemistry is pungent smell.
H2S.
Yes, it's the pungent
hydrogen
smell.
sulfide. That has a pungent smell. Like
poignant, I know it.
What's poignant?
Leave it. It's not coming, but I know it. If you say it now, I will remember it.
Let me explain it. It means lacrimose.
Why did you even bother?
Anyway, so I'm saying so we mock, and it's like mock news. And at first, when they gave me the gig, I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll get a writer. I wrote the first episode, wrote the second episode. I just realized that I'd gotten better at writing. I write screenplays, even though I want to stop. I write in Danny's last series sitcom. I wrote on it. Do you understand? Like, so jokes. This thing also, just like stand up, it gets better with practice. The more you write, the better you are at recognizing jokes when they happen. Yeah, that's how it works.
True. Congrats on that. So you had I want to say a deal with Sprite.
Yeah.
Big ups, man. It's not easy to be a comedian and bag deals that are meant for music artists.
No, don't mind Rema. Rema, that Pepsi side, he said, "Girl, you sweet like Fanta." True. This, I think it was who pointed it out. I think it was Forever that pointed it out or something.
That's crazy.
But they don't send you the artists don't send you like that.
Yeah, but that's good. So you're doing a satire and like the writers.
Sorry, I just remember that Wizkid actually was a techno ambassador and he used to tweet with iPhone. Bastard. True. And I have a joke on that. I always people that actually believe that Davido uses Infinix. You know that?
This will just show you what the bag is paying them, and then they're living a whole different life.
That's crazy. But no, so you're using your character, but that was you.
Yeah, imagining. But I was you, the character.
I love how because I'm a long, I'm not long form, but I don't like to. You know when you're doing your stuff, it's 2 minutes, 2.5, whatever. People think that, oh man, I gotta cut it down. I'm like, yo, let it breathe. Let people get.
I've tried my best to keep my specials within 1 hour. I'm hoping that I can do that for my next special. My challenge is, all my specials always go 1 hour, 20 minutes. I don't know how. Maybe that's what I need to learn now. How to in writing they call it killing your babies.
Yeah,
I'm too attached to my babies.
Yeah,
I'm pro-life.
You know about the struggles.
I'm so pro-life.
Yeah. But how many people do you have opening for you?
Don't say it like that.
Yeah,
I'm no DD.
Yeah.
He said now opening for me. No DD.
Do you have a oil?
That's a slippery slope. You know Anyways, but so for my next show too.
Okay, so two. If you're doing an hour 20, still long, but with two people coming up before you, then it's not bad.
Shows always go an hour 20 long. From TGIF to Teetotaler and we cut out to even this last one.
Yeah.
The Just in Case Child. It's Payback. So we're going to structure it now and try to keep it within 1 hour, 10 minutes.
Technically it's supposed to be 45 to an hour, but okay.
What's
It's supposed to be 45 to an hour.
Nah, I can't do 45. So I can never do 40, even if it's by mistake. Yeah. Just in Case Child was supposed to be a mini special.
Yeah.
My uncle, that was the plan. The plan was that I wanted to do a 30-minute stuff. I didn't even want to put. I just wanted to put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Then 1 hour 24 minutes.
Yeah.
So when you are cutting, I know how you talk about how the story have to be cohesive and all that.
That's always the problem. That's always the problem. So I'm like, if I kill this baby, this twin will die.
Yeah.
And it kills the surprise, So most of that's how I write. I don't know why. But I got solace in Ali Siddiq. You know Ali Siddiq?
Yeah.
Ali Siddiq has this domino effect series of four-part special. And one can be even 1 hour, 20 minutes. Yeah. They were long and people watched it. Do you get? Ali Siddiq is one, he just gave me, hey, I'm not mad.
Yeah. Just confirmed.
I need to say what I have to say, man.
Yeah. I'm going to pivot for a second. What are you, I saw you, I can't remember what you posted explicitly, but you had said something regarding the Andrew Schultz shits and gigs. Something about let the jokes breathe or something like that. What is your own thought? Because I think your thoughts are very unpopular.
Are they? Yeah, maybe.
Provoking, maybe.
No, I just feel we should not. Once you apologize for jokes,
Yeah,
because you are going to keep apologizing, except you don't want to crack jokes anymore.
But shit and gigs, are they comedians still?
Yeah, so that was the only argument against that.
Yeah.
But it's still the same principle technically, because they were not the ones that cracked the joke.
Right.
It was a comedian that did the joke.
But Andrew Schultz isn't apologizing. He came out
Exactly.
and said,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He was even joking on them.
Yeah.
Putting the joke on them. But the truth is, in the end, if we're going to be doing jokes, I mean, I don't I respect to shit and gigs and what they do.
For sure.
Respect if they want to apologize, that's fine. But I remember AY doing that, and I felt bad for. I think it was a Davido joke that he did, and Davido fans came after him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to kill you. I feel like eventually you're going to do a joke about another artist,
Another person, yeah.
Jokes, people at the bottom of. In fact, I've made jokes about my friends.
yeah.
I've made jokes about people I like. In fact, there's a joke in my next special. It's about an incident that sparked a kerfuffle on social media, everywhere. I agreed with the guy, but popular opinion felt like It was wrong. But in the joke, he was wrong. In my joke.
Yeah.
Right. Do you understand?
Okay.
Because I needed to drive home the point.
Yeah.
But what I really think is that the guy was right. And I understood what he was saying. So these things, it's just a joke. If you feel offended, fine. I don't have any right. Nobody has a right to police your offense.
Right.
I can be offended that you're sitting this way and looking at me for some reason. Maybe it reminds me of something that happened.
Right.
Let me. So if you say we should not crack jokes about this. So we cut that off.
Right.
We start cracking jokes about this. Murder. You say why? Because it's trauma. If you say we will not crack joke about this topic because it's traumatizing some people. If I say something and he killed her, here somebody experienced that.
Right.
Person's going to get offended.
True.
Yeah.
Rightly so. It's going to traumatize the person. I mean, I have a friend. She lost her mother in a robbery incident. Like they shot her mother in front of her.
Right.
Armed robbery. How do you think an armed robbery joke will make her feel?
Right. It will trigger her.
Should we stop doing armed robbery jokes because of her? No. She doesn't have a right to tell us what not to say. But I can understand if she gets offended.
Right.
The fact that you're offended does not mean you can do anything about it. There's so many things in life that you're offended about that you cannot change.
True.
Because if you trump the freedom of people to express themselves, it's going to come back at you. So I understand that. For example, I'm a Christian. If you make a joke about, or if you say some things about a God not existing and you try and back it, which might be your true opinion or not. I'll be like, But I know that I will one day have to say something.
Right.
Against the atheists too. Free play. Don't trump the free play.
Yeah.
Let everybody do what they can. Do you understand? So that you can also do what you can. That's how it works.
I feel like that's also like in the Olympics, right? The guy that the shooting part, right?
Yeah.
Both the archer and the gun one that went viral. Some people were, clowning Americans. It was kind of the joke on it.
Yeah.
That Americans didn't do well because it wasn't schools. There were no moving targets. Now that's a dark joke, but people
Exactly.
get sense because it's a big issue,
Exactly.
right? But it can't.
But you can't take away the artistry from it. Now that's a pretty good joke.
Yeah.
Like didn't they yab you in secondary school? You were like, that was good, bro. I mean, it hurt me.
It hurt me, but that was good.
I mean, that's how life is.
Even up to today, there are some things that you just see somebody will just shame you one way.
Like we saw on the podcast. Don't let it get to you.
Don't let it get to you.
Don't let it get to you. That's the point. In fact, I have a comedy podcast too.
Yeah.
The disclaimer is very simple. In a nutshell, is a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Comedy podcast. Comedy means jokes.
Yeah.
Jokes mean not real. Not real means Toke's bots. Toke Matinwa is someone that did BBL in Nigeria. Not real means Toke's bots.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I mean, it's not real though.
Yeah.
It's not real though.
It's not real, but you get the point. So we put that disclaimer in front. As a matter of fact, in the just in case child, right. I think we put some. That's when we put that. Oh, it's based on true stories. These things have been fictionalized.
Yeah.
And I put in bracket. I'm doing this so as not to get Hassan Minaj.
Yeah.
You know
where they say he embellished the truth.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like
So I mean, in the end, stand-up comedy not embellishing the truth.
I think with Hassan Minaj it was more of like the political stand.
I get you. I totally get their point too.
Yeah. On our previous episode, we had asked if you were Diddy's PR team and you had to come up with an excuse to explain the oil. Mm-hmm. What excuse are you going to come up with?
Robbers terrorized me. And so I figured that instead of owning a gun, is he Home Alone or something that and so because they keep coming and they keep coming,
freaking Christmas is coming, bro.
But why does it? Maybe he wants to start. Or I can say that. Wait. I can say that Sean Combs. We after the clothing line and all of that, we decided to invest in the kids.
Mm.
are trying to. So these are samples of the products we're going to launch, and we'll launch. If you see logo, we are going to go create full business model. A friend of mine was telling me because my cousin, he was doing IT. He was doing his IT in a construction company, and he said, "How did the construction company start?"
Yeah.
It was just a painting. They were just into paints.
Yeah.
Or into painting, making paints. Yeah. Making paints, actually. It was a paint company. And they went for this pitch. And the client asked me that it would have been better if they had a construction firm where he now said, yeah, we do. He said, yes, we have a construction firm.
No.
That's how they set it up.
That's it.
So he can
off of blunder, bro. Just roll
you
with
will
it.
play it. You will play. You design. This is it. This is the business model. If we can supply oils, if we supply oil well, we can get this done.
Right. Before we let you go, man, so you also MC events?
Sure.
What's one bad event you've had?
Bad event? What do you mean?
Not like you were bad, but like something just happened. I was like, yo, this is out of my control.
So the thing is, this job, experience. You can't trade experience. I tell my younger colleagues that I don't think there's anything that has ever happened that has not happened to me. Bro, I've hosted an event where someone fainted in the middle, like someone collapsed.
Yeah.
How deadly was that joke?
We're dancing back, and next thing just.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I was with the mic. What do I do? Oh, please, let's give him space. Do you understand? I've hosted an event where this was in Nigeria. I think it was in Ilorin it has to be Ilorin. So the bride's people wanted to dance. They wanted to do a particular traditional dance, but it was not in the program. So I was like, oh, they can't do their traditional dance. They can't do their traditional dance. That it's not in the program. I don't even think the bride knows about it. It's just some traditional people wanting to dance. I said no. Next thing I know, these people just come in. I'm announcing nothing is working. The keyboard, nothing is working. They danced. When they left, it started working. Yeah.
God damn, bro.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's hardcore, bro. They literally cut you off.
I'm leaving the event. I'm done. What?
No.
That cannot happen in Canada, don't worry.
No.
What?
That's actually crazy.
Another crazy experience I've had hosting a wedding. Back then you take any gig. God. So I've done a gig. It was in the compound. It was a compound. It was a wedding, but it was a compound.
In the compound.
The dog came out. I'm not joking. The dog came out.
Hey, I'm done.
I'm scared of dogs. I'm scared of anything I can't report to the police. I'm scared of anything that
You cannot read their thoughts.
I cannot. Yeah, the dog was coming. The groom stood up and started chasing the. Go back. with both. Go back. I'm not joking.
The guy pause I do. He pause I do. Wait. Let me do this first before I come and do this one.
Go back. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let's continue. No, what?
From the dog's POV, though. The dog's POV, though.
The dog might be protecting the man.
Yeah.
From this mistake he's
about to make.
True. The dog has
the dog has a preference probably from the women that the guy has been bringing. Like,
this is not the one.
I can't smell this one right.
This one comes back with
they excluded the dog from the ceremony. He wanted to come and take part.
No, that's crazy.
That happened.
What?
I've seen things though. This job, I've been doing this job for 15 years, bro.
Yeah,
I just took I don't really MC anymore as much as I do stand up now. Yeah, because I've built my stand up to that level where I can sustain it. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I mean, I still MC gigs well.
So 15 years is a long time.
Yes,
right?
boss.
Can you tell me the challenges at the different stages of your career. Like, yeah, I know.
First
because
challenge.
I know challenge can be like, obviously starting early, there's the challenge of being a newcomer, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
but
of course.
Can you detail me
getting
the
into space?
challenges?
So the thing is, at every point there was. At first, it was, oh, how do I start?
Right.
I need to get this right. This is my first gig. I practice on my cousins.
Man just came.
Sorry.
Practiced on my cousins, did everything, and I was scared.
He was practicing jokes.
Jokes on my cousins. Thank you.
The way this podcast has been going, you have to.
Eventually, it worked. Thank God. I don't want to go into the details of that because I actually declined twice out of fear. So it was a huge challenge for me.
Right.
There was challenge of how to sustain, how to get materials. Then there was challenge of obviously finance. You know, I will borrow money from Momsy to transport myself. I needed to become street by force, bro. I've been on my way to an event before. It wasn't even an event. It was like a form of seminar or something for comedians.
Yeah.
I came from school. Yeah, that's another thing. My school, you needed exit to leave.
Exact form. I remember that.
Covenant. Shout out to Covenant, by the way. Now hear this. So you needed exit, but I didn't used to call it exit because I figured that if I'm going to be getting gigs outside, I need to be able to live at will.
Yeah.
And if they know my face, I would. Because they don't used to give exit just anyhow. So I cannot say I want you exit and the probability that they will give me is very slim. It's always slim. Because they need to know where you're going for. They don't just give out exit like that. So I decided I had to create my own exit. So what I would do then, I used to have phones in school. I used to use a phone in school, but I never used to take it out. So whenever I want to go out, I wear a suit. I don't care where I'm going to. I wear a suit. Not just a suit that students can wear. It to be a little bit big. Then when I'm leaving the gate, I'll phone call. Because there's nothing that there's no sign that says student. I could be a lecturer, I could be a staff, I could be the only thing was that we were not allowed to grow beards, but that could pass. Once I wear suit and I hold phone.
It does it.
And I'll be talking, I'm not talking fresh. I will even greet this guy. About it. Mountain law.
True.
So they don't bother to stop me. I leave. I come back. I was on my way to a seminar or something. I can never forget. In the bus. Bro. This woman threw up. Elderly woman like carrying fish. Yeah, it's crazy, man. The hustle was real. Yeah. Like right on. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, those were times I had accident on the way, I hit my head, times that I biked from there down. So the challenges were numerous at that point. And it got to a point where, okay, I knew that, okay, I'd gotten to a very good stage. Like to start hitting the big shows. I did not do a real big show. Shout out to Omobaba, #1, by the way. I had to start doing comedy clubs in 2013. I started hosting with him on the a comedy club called Unochotai. So I was seeing him consistently, and what I'm doing for the younger guys now is what he was doing for us.
Right.
And eventually put us on Stand Up Nigeria, which was technically my first major. I can't remember, but it seemed like Laugh Matters, Mingarinka. I did all of that. I did what's it called? I did most of the big commission because they were Omo Baba's friends. And so when he's going for the shows, we just go along and all of that. And so that happened. And it got to a time where I had to work on my crowd work. I mean, there were times where Omo Baba would not be around and I would just be in charge. That was another challenge. Right. So it now got to a time where I felt like, you know what? I need to do my special. And so I had to finance and I had to work on that. Meanwhile, thankfully, Badawashu got on.
Right.
Got on. I mean, I'd always been doing skits for as long as I remember. Right. Even BBM days. I did one that went viral and people do not even know I was the one. Hello, mommy. Yes, I'm fine. I'm in school. you're on your way, you have to turn back. You know, I did that. I changed my voice to a lady's voice.
Right.
And so people did not know that. And so every step of the way, every opportunity I saw to do comedy.
Yeah.
Because like holistically, I'm a comedian. So
Right.
I put in. And so every challenge, what I now noticed was that the way life works, you see the challenge from afar. Just like you see all those doors, you know all those doors that we used to have it in most of our eateries back in Nigeria, those days where from afar, you can't see the handle to open it. But the door just wants you to come close. Once you come close, it opens.
Yeah.
So the challenges were challenges from afar that just needed you to
Keep pushing.
to charge towards it.
towards.
And it will open on its own accord.
Right.
That's what most challenges were. Just so if I was going by my pocket, I would not do TGIF.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the truth. I was telling the person that we organized the show together. I told him that the first day, we decided to do TGIF, when we went to the event, to the hall, to get the price of the venue,
Right.
I could not fill my car. I didn't have money to fill my car.
That's crazy.
He was the one that drove us. We went to Muswan Center, went to Landmark where we eventually used. And we're talking millions, but I didn't have jack. But if I didn't decide to do it, that's if I say, oh, I don't have the money, I don't have the money. And so that's how most of my projects have been.
Right.
I just charge towards it. And the door opens on its own accord.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's how the challenges have been.
So it's just kind of just believing in yourself too at the same time.
Yeah,
Just believing
like
that it'll work out.
betting on yourself, bro.
Yeah, betting on yourself. which
Betting
is-
on yourself.
yeah.
Things will work out, charging towards it.
So, from a comedic perspective, I'm going to tell this story, and I want to hear where the angle you guys are going to drive from. So,
Oh, yeah, no.
a guy couldn't. So, this guy is in a relationship, right?
Right.
So, his babe's car broke down. He needs 1,500. And they don't put the currency, but let's say naira, right?
For his babe.
Actually, let's say dollars.
It's gonna be dollars, man.
Yeah. So he needs.
That's less than $10.
He needs 1,500 to fix the car. He doesn't have it, right? The babe asked him. He can't afford that amount, right? The babe went to go and ask her ex. Her ex dropped the bar. She go fix the car. So now the guy don't want to be in the relationship. So please, let's hear the comments. Let's hear which angle you are going to bring it from. How are you seeing this situation?
You still have your ex number.
Let's.
As in, you guys are close enough to make requests. That's certainly not the first time.
It's not the first time.
Just keep it pushing, man.
Your wife is in front.
Yeah.
It's not now. It's not here.
And-
but what?
And even on top of that one, it's not the first request. It's like, Baba no drop 1,500 for nothing.
For nothing. She has to go and say thank you. As a respectful person,
Yeah.
you can't say thank you over the phone.
Or maybe she has paid it forward.
That part.
That's true.
Maybe she has paid
Because
it
that
forward.
kind of thing, you can't say thank you over the phone. You can't say what's up. Oh, thanks.
Because that you can, but you also can't divorce her because she can be like, I've been taking care of you with that guy's money, by the way.
You see, now I want to come from a business perspective. If we look at it this way, low key, I feel check out of the relationship. you understand?
But stay for the
But
finance.
stay for the finance. I'll be like, at this point, if he comes, I'll be like, okay, don't problem. You're an ex. So I'll just fakely ask her, but you don't have anything going on between you two, right? She will say no, like, okay, I love you. Things go to happen. Can you ask your boy? Can you ask your ex?
Since that ex is rich,
Since the ex is there,
can you ask
like,
our ex?
This is a business. This is a business. Our ex
It's our ex
This
now.
is a business opportunity.
Ex gonna give it to you.
Ex gonna give it to you. You know, see, this is what do they call this? They call it the callback.
Mad. No, but that's mad.
No, that's
Our ex we give, we really work for.
Yeah.
Since he has all the money.
That guy got put in double shoot. Because
At this point, my ex worked for me and my next girlfriend because I'm not going to just, since I've checked out of that relationship, I'm going to find.
oh yes,
No, but girls really do that though. See, it's just a gift. I mean, I
just
just
a
asked him for giving. He just gave me a car.
And the funny thing is,
It's
guys,
just, should I return it? Should I reject it?
yes,
But guess what? You
You will say,
give a girl Biro Give a girl biro. You give her your biro. Girls,
finished.
Girls are the queens.
What if I need Byron now? What will you give me?
Girls are the queens of rationalizing what they cannot take. They can't take it.
Oh, yeah.
Why? What the car? A married man gave you a car, you collected it. For real though. Like you and the wife are friends. You guys are close or what?
Talk good about this.
It's a friend gift.
That's crazy.
It's a friend.
Man, it's okay, man. It's been a pleasure to have you here, man.
Thanks,
You're welcome back here anytime. Big shout out to your bro for just making the link up. Like I met him, like what? Just randomly DM'd each other, I believe, and
you can't DM each other. Somebody DM'd somebody.
What's your question?
No. That
try to make the story true.
Logically,
that are true.
All you guys do like, our DMs collide. It's like when people say who broke up. No, we just broke up.
I shot this.
You know what? Is it that you guys just say, 1, 2, 3. We're breaking up.
Rock, paper, scissors. Anyways, look, I should have still reconnected.
Yeah.
And it's just been mutual respect so far. And again, I think for someone who doesn't do comedy, he knows a lot about the game.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Because we were talking before you got here to do your premiere, and again with Breaking Bread, I've seen a bunch of shows. He's coming out to a bunch of shows to support. So big shout out to you, my bro. You deserve all the accolades that you're getting behind the scenes.
That's my big bro.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna get out of here. Again, we have a show tomorrow. And then he's doing another show on Friday. Shout out to Toby. It's a Nigerian guy that's actually doing that show. But he's based here. He doesn't know anything about it.
So he's like a Canadian.
Yeah, he's a Canadian. You mean the idea promo of the day?
Yeah. So shame not they catch madman. Now in family they catch.
Fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, go stream the special, the Teetotaler. It's streaming on Netflix. Support your own. And when the next one comes out, wherever it comes out, make sure you go check it out. Check that out as well, just in case, child. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna sign out. It's been a pleasure. Guys, don't sleep on us. This podcast is big, man. It's okay here, man. First Nigerian comedian to have a show on Netflix globally. You don't need VPN.
The most streamed YouTube comedy special on YouTube.
Talk your shit.
In Nigeria. The first comedy special to go
to the cinemas.
See,
3-week run.
Thank God he's funny. If not, you will not have the pleasure to experience all this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the next one. I go by the name Mr. Dre. I am forever your humble and gracious Vice Minister.
Signing out from this ministry is your minister, Emina, aka the Free Eagle, aka Triple E, the Partition Eagle, your favorite uncle, your favorite godfather. You know what? It's popping.
Pop.
Let's get it popping.
That's okay. Sign up for us.
Yo, my name is SLK, aka Mr. Teetotaler, aka Mr. Bodawasiu, aka I've run out of AK.
No. AKA the Mr.
AKA the young legend. The young legend.
Let's go.
The specialist.
Yeah, you can follow me on my social media platforms anyway.
Just Google him. Just Google it. SLK Comedy.
SLK Comedian. My social media is SL Comedy. SLKOMEDY. No C. SLKOMEDY. On all social media platforms.
Unintended.
Yes.
We are
Backyard Bats. It's that good shit.